New at 5, members of the Huntsville volunteer group called Prepare and Respond left early this morning to begin helping people affected along the Alabama coast by Sally. The crew has only been there a few hours now, but they tell us the damage, unfortunately, is much worse than they expected. Way 31's Casey Albritton learned more about the damage and the group's plans to deploy even more volunteers.
Volunteers tell me heavy-duty equipment is still inside of this warehouse behind me, and that's because the focus for today is assessing what kind of help people need. Now, the group is in Foley, Alabama, where a lot of people are still without power.
Didn't expect one to hit in our home state so soon after being in Louisiana.
We just got back from Hurricane Laura, and so we're having to do maintenance on our equipment.
Prepare and Respond volunteers say once they get back from the assessment trip, they will focus on replacing equipment parts that were previously damaged when they responded to Hurricane Laura less than a month ago.
Sharpening chains, servicing the skid steers.
Monday night, the group will make another trip to help people impacted by Hurricane Sally.
Ripping out the interiors of homes. You have to remove all the drywall, the flooring, everything down to the studs.
Volunteer Ronald Jennings says he expects to help repair homes that have been flooded.
Our goal, though, is to leave the house in a state where a contractor can come in later and just start rebuilding.
Volunteers tell me they are also finding out what safety precautions can be enforced on the coast before bringing more people on the trip.
We had to sort of restrict the size of our team. Because there's just not, you can't cram as many people into a church when you're social distancing.
Even with a limited volunteer group, Prepare and Respond says it will do all it can to help.
And it breaks your heart to see people, people are at their lowest. It's their worst day when you show up. But typically when you show up, that brings hope and you start seeing smiles again.
I want to be there to help our neighbors down south.
The group is collecting monetary donations so then they can buy gift cards for families who have lost their belongings. To help, you can go to our website at waytv.com. In Huntsville, Casey Albritton, Way 31 News.
That group isn't the only local organization that is helping with Sally recovery efforts. Groups of professionals and volunteers from all across North Alabama are heading south to pitch in however they can.